often people ask how early prevention should start with our kids. Here to tell us about some of the different prevention programs in our county is Brad Bevans, the Health, Education, and Substance Abuse Prevention Specialist for Carroll County. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Tim.
I'm really excited to have you on the show. I know firsthand all the hard work that you put in, and I know it's a new role that we have in the county. So first and foremost, I want you to tell us just kind of what your day is like. What's the day for Brad in the Carroll County Public Schools? I know you were a teacher for years, and now this is a whole different role.
Yes, and I appreciate that intro, Tim, and it's quite a long title, right?
Yes.
So I'm very excited to have this new role. It's a very strong passion of mine. And, you know, you asked me what my day is like. There's no set day. Everything's changing. And that's, you know, the world of health education. We're constantly changing and evolving to give the best to our students.
One of we first met years ago with one of the school programs that we do, and at that time you were a teacher at one of the schools.
Yeah, that was Northwest Middle School. We met when you came in to present Don't Believe the Lie to our students.
Why do you think it's so important, and when do you think prevention should start for our kids?
Well, let's start with that first question. Why do I think it's important? This role has allowed me to really emphasize my passion. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of, prior experience. And when I say that, I grew up in a home that had a parent that used a substance. So I credit all my health educators in my life to instill the opportunity to provide those tools for our, I like to call them our tool belt, to make those healthy decisions in life. So having that opportunity to then develop a philosophy that I have of, you can either be the product of your environment, it could be the exception.
I love that.
This allows me to be that exception and help provide the kids the opportunity to be their own exception. So the next question you asked was, when is it too early? I don't know if there's any, real reason as to why or when it's too early, because there is no such thing. We teach kids at a young age about bicycle safety. So why not teach kids about the importance of refusal skills when you're faced with a situation to, engage in a substance use. So we start as young as some baby steps in elementary, but then we progress. I like to call it like the snowball effect. We build upon each base as we go up from elementary to middle to high school.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Starting in elementary school with just basic refusal skills and little things like that, and even not relating it to substance abuse, but then that sets up to be able to teach the refusal skills that actually are for getting someone out of a bad situation, that drugs are a party or something could be put in front of them.
Oh, certainly. We also talk about not only refusal skills, but the decision-making process. What is it ultimately my decision, how it's going to affect not only myself but others around me. That question we had as growing up as kids, Tim, with what's my mom going to think if I make this decision? And that's kind of how we approach it at the elementary level, and then it again progresses.
Yeah, we're lucky in our county. We have great partnerships with the Carroll County Health Department, Amy and Linda and Debbie, who we all work with closely with a lot of the prevention programs that we do. Can you tell the viewer some of the different programs that you guys have in the Carroll County Public Schools? Absolutely.
We have, like you said, fantastic partnerships. Our partnership with the State's Attorney's Office has allowed us to do many different things. I just got done spending the last 3 weeks preparing for us to come back into the schools. We were able to come back in person for a program like in the high school of special ops. Very excited about that program. It'll be my first one in this role to actually see. When I left the high school level, I missed the opportunity of having that program, so I'm excited to have that one. We have Don't Believe the Lie that's geared towards our 8th grade students and the middle school level. Not only that partnership, but then we have the partnership with the health department. Many different ways. We have Amy, who's from the health department. She'll come in and she'll speak about refusal skills to boundaries and different things to our students. at 6th, 7th, 8th grade. They all changed in their various ways. We also have the partnership with the Chamber of Commerce. We've worked with them for a period of time now where we collaborate and take our kids on a field trip to the Drug and Violence Awareness Expo. We've been able to provide, again, back with the State's Attorney's Office, for our community members, our parents, Threats in Plain Sight. TIPS has been a fantastic thing, very eye-opening to all. Some of the other things that different initiatives we had the opportunity to create a different way and different approaches to how to educate our kids with those partnerships with those agencies. We've developed many things like the ripple effect to planting the seed of hope.
Yeah.
All these fantastic initiatives which are helping to educate not only our students, but then can branch out and educate our community members, our parents and guardians.
Yeah, it is, just hearing you talk about all of the programs and the partnerships, it really just fills me with joy to know how much effort is put in to our kids in this county. And it's not just talking about it, we really go out and actually put these programs into place. One thing I was thinking is, how did you handle it? Because I know you kind of got hired right in the middle of COVID, and we weren't in school with the programs. So what were kind of some of the ways that you were able to get some of the programs in front of the kids not being in school?
Well, as my colleague Chris Tobias likes to put it, we had to pivot and adapt. And that's exactly what we did. We found ways to virtually present things. So in partnering with you and some other, in the health department, we were able to put on a program called Break the Stigma, or Don't Believe the Lie, or what is it?
It's Sources of Strength.
Sources of Strength.
Yes, Sources of Strength, yeah. Break the Stigma.
Break the Stigma, Breaking the Stigma, Find Your Source of Strength. That's
yes.
what it is. There
yeah.
it is. And we were able to kind of adapt and pivot in ways where we reached out to our local high schools. We found those kids of advocacy that were able to talk about their strengths that helped them get through difficult times. We put on that program and we virtually made a video where then presented to the whole school, where kids could see that during difficult times such as COVID or any other roadblocks they may have in their life, there are these sources that are out there that they can turn to. So that's one way we were able to pivot. The other way was to become very adapt to different platforms that are out there, learning Google Classroom to Schoology and things like that to put the lessons on and create, being able to be present with our kids even though we're not there in the classroom.
Yeah. I saw the Sources of Strength and was involved in that a little bit, and it was amazing to see how that started from an idea to the end result. And it was a powerful program that really helped a lot of kids, and we actually let the kids pretty much put the program on. We kind of just stayed in the background.
We just kind of pieced the puzzle
Yep.
pieces together. They brought everything to it, and it was fantastic.
Yep.
We were able to then create what are our Falcons of Strength. The Falcons
Yep.
of Strength were there at Winters Mill High School, and we created a mural where kids can go and stand in front of and really embody those
Yep.
strengths to themselves. One other partnership I want to bring back, Tim, that you mentioned, we spoke with Debbie earlier. And one of the fantastic ways we were to grow with that partnership with the health department is now we have her come present to our coaches.
Yeah.
And they come talk about the dangers and risks of opioids in our student athlete.
That's awesome. Well, Brad, I know your passion. I see it every day. And I'm really glad that you came out and were willing to share a little bit. And I look forward to many years of us working together.
Tim, it's been a pleasure to be here with you tonight.
It's never too early to start prevention, whether it be learning simple refusal skills or more detailed, focused programs. The bottom line is prevention works.